It's going to be exciting.
The biggest thing that I've learned from my clients, it has to do with compassion. When you're taking care of somebody, it doesn't matter if it's in the hospital, it doesn't matter if it's at home or in a nursing home. You're not just taking care of that person, you're taking care of their family. You have to go into it with the mindset of a service, but also how would I want to be cared for? How would my family want to be cared for? That's really all that matters.
It's so important, I think, to use this week that's set aside to recognize all the great work that our nurses do at the bedsides of our clients every day. So the one we're going to visit today, his name is Tyne. Tyne has been a nurse for 7 years, an RN. That is also because this is his second career. So interestingly, he was a coach and a teacher at a local high school, did a lot of mission work, was also a youth pastor, and decided that he was called to do something more and went back and went to nursing school, and from all accounts is just an absolute rock star. Hi, Tyne.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Sheets. I'm the Chief Clinical Officer with BAYADA.
Okay.
And this is the BAYADA Prize Patrol, and we just want to say Happy Nurses Week and recognize you for all that you do and how wonderful that you are and the care that you provide to our patients. So I have some gifts for you.
Thank you very much.
Are you surprised?
I'm very surprised. For you.
Thank you.
Love motivates me. My father and my wife, those are the things that motivate me. And it's mainly important because of my faith. Also because it's really important for my wife and I to educate our children and let them know the things that they have, what they don't have, and also that everything that we have we need to give back. It is a requirement in nursing, and I get to show that and display that all the time, especially with my new friend Ray Ray. So hope it's okay for me to call him Ray Ray. I call him Ray Ray, but
Yeah. I want to say thank you for coming in here and taking care of Raishaun and making sure her needs is met and being compassionate and, just being a friend.
Very much aligns with our BAYADA Way, and it sounds like you're a perfect fit.
well, that's why, as I was reading about BAYADA, this is what I want to do. Because they make sure that not only the client is taken care of, but they also make sure the nurse is taken care of. I absolutely love what I do.
Happy Nurses Week.